avatar creation videos. If you hear Bluey or a child in the background, just ignore it. I'm currently home alone, and I'm trying to get this done before tomorrow night, so that way my model team can test it. So I'm trying to fly through these videos as I make it. So we briefly went over the materials, setup, and stuff in the last video. I'm gonna show you guys how to set up a descriptor, as well as some things to add to your avatar, and then I will go into Physbones. So there's technically two things that are going to be done in this video. I feel like it would be too short to make them a separate video, so I'm just going to combine them into one for now. So you're going to come up here in the hierarchy, and you're going to click on your avatar, and you're going to come to add component. And the first thing we are going to do, like I said, is the avatar descriptor. Okay, so I don't know if you can see like the outlines and stuff right here, but if you come up here, this will turn your gizmos off, so make sure that it's blue, which means that it's turned on. The default is usually good. I haven't had to turn anything extra on, but if you feel like something is missing, you can come here and check. Okay, so we're gonna go here to the eye look, and we're gonna drag that down. Usually I like to place the eye look, at the very tip of the nose, like so. So it has to be in between the eyes, but I don't like to set it actually with the eyes. I set it at the nose. I don't know why, but like in game, I feel like this has just been the best place to place it. Now everyone's different. Some people do put it equal with the eyes. Some people actually will put it in the head. It's really up to you. In fact, I might go in just a teeny bit more. There we go. So like balance it on the nose almost. Yeah, this is just the place that I find fits the best. It's up to you where you want to place it. Next thing we're gonna do is the lip sync. So we'll click auto detect, and it will basically detect the Physbones for you, which is what makes the mouth move when you speak. Sometimes, I know like this top one, not every head has it, so it might be empty. If any of these are empty, you do need to assign something to it, otherwise your mouth will not move in game. So like, let's say I didn't have that, just find something that matches similar to it. So like I might go with just the S, you know, but all of these need to have something in order for it to work in game. Next thing we're gonna do is the eye look. I find a lot of people actually don't do the eye look, so it's up to you if you want to add it. I've always added it. I just know some people don't like to. So eye left, and then eye right. Now we're gonna adjust the look positions. There you go. So that just is basically when the eyes follow people in game. Alright. And then the eyelid shape, I think I'm gonna actually add my own blinking animation to her. So I'm not gonna put an eyelid blend shape, but usually what you would do is you'd come here and you click blend shape, you'd drag in that body mesh, and then you would just find the blend shapes that match it. But like I said, I think I'm gonna do like my own blinking animation, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Also, that'll give me something to teach you guys. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Oh, we do have to add an FX layer. So we're gonna come over here. Depending on what SDK you use, you might have to add this. The current updated, well, it's not the SDK, sorry, it's VRC Fury. It's called Unlimited Parameters, but the update I'm at now automatically adds it, which is awesome. But if for some reason you're using an older version of VRC Fury, add it because it will help so much if you're gonna add face tracking later on, but also it just helps kind of keep it optimized, you know? Another thing that we're gonna add is the blend shape optimizer. Basically it just bakes any blend shapes not being used into the mesh and just, it saves space. We're also going to add, fix right defaults, just so that way if you happen to forget to check it or uncheck right defaults, it will do it for you. I always force mine on. So anytime I make something in here with right defaults, it's always going to be on. If you prefer off, you can make it say off, or if you just want to do auto, it can do auto. But these are the 2 things, technically 3 things, I guess, because this is technically a script as well, that you are going to add. When you add the descriptor, this pipeline manager will be added. This is for uploading, and I will explain later when we get to that point. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to add a FX layer. So I am going to be using the AV3 creator in a different video, and the AV3 creator makes an FX layer for you, but I'm going to show you the manual way really quick. So you are going to come up here and you are going to type VRC underscore avatar V3, capital V, a lot of words, and then hands layer. I typed out the whole thing. If it pops up beforehand, then, you know, just click it. And I'm going to come here to all, and we're going to take this one. I think this other one is 2. Yeah, we don't want that. So we're going to take the hands layer, and we're going to duplicate it. So Control D. All right, and we're going to take that copy duplicate and put it into our folder wherever you want to put it. I'm going to go ahead and create a folder. Call it layer, drop that here, and then we're gonna rename it whatever you want. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna double click it, and it's gonna bring you to this animator tab. Underneath layers, we're gonna come here, click on this little cog wheel, and where it says mask, we're gonna put none. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do, underneath the left and right hand, we're going to box select all of these, and I'm going to check right defaults. Like so. And then we're also, I forgot to do it over here, we're also going to uncheck motion time. And now your FX layer is good to go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just add Go Loco. Just going to take one of the prefabs and drop it on because it is a VRC Fury prefab, and VRC Fury does all the work for us, which is amazing. Alright, so that's pretty much it for like your basic scripts as well as the FX layer. Now I'm going to show you guys how to set up a Physbone. We're going to just do the ears, and then I mean, it's pretty much the same for every component, you know. It's just a matter of how you like it done. So we're gonna find this. So there's 2 things you can do here. You can add it to the root. Things I'll add to a root would be like the hair. I have a hair root somewhere in here. There it is. I'll add 1 Physbone component just because, you know, Physbone components take up space, so you want to try to use as less components as possible. However, sometimes when you add things to the root, it might look like it's coming off of the base, which we don't want. The best way to check for what to do would be in Blender, to see if the mesh is weighted to the root or not. If it is weighted to the root, you might be a little screwed, but if it's just weighted to, like, let's say the head, then you should be fine, which I do believe these ears are weighted to the head. We're about to find out. But what you'll do is you'll come into your armature, drop down to where you want it, come over here to add component, and we're gonna look up Physbone, VRC Physbone. All right. If you don't see these little white lines and this is checked, you might need to add an endpoint, which I'm gonna add one anyway because it looks like this one is having a hard time reaching. So you'll come over here to your Physbone script, and in the y-axis, just put a number. Let's do... Oh, that's too much. That's too much. We'll do this. Alright. Then we will do our little forces. I'm gonna do... I usually go really wiggly. So we'll do that. We'll do this. For like hair, I would add gravity. Like not a lot, maybe like 0.5. Between 0.1 and 0.5. But in this case, I don't want to add gravity to the ears. We're gonna do angle. And I think I usually for my ears, kind of varies. I'm gonna do like 25 degrees. And then the collision radius, honestly, there isn't really, I just do as, you want it to somewhat fit within the ears. In this case, the Physbones are kind of weird because I did used to have wings and I removed them. They were on the ears. So I might need to realign the Physbones actually later in Blender. But we'll do that for now. And then I usually do allow grabbing, but I don't allow posing, so we'll turn that off. And if you are like not sure how the Physbone's gonna look, you can always go into play mode and test it yourself. Okay, we're gonna go back to the scene. Click on the avatar. And you can kind of test it. I think I want the angle to be a little bit more dramatic. Also, you can adjust in play mode. Just make sure before you exit out of play mode, you come over here and copy the component. Because this will reset once you're out of play mode. And then if you wanted to add, let's say, like a collider, what I personally do is I will go to the bone and add a collider like this. I know some people will make a brand new, like empty game object or whatever. I personally don't do that just because I like to attach it to the specific part that I am putting it on. But you don't have to. Whatever works for you, do that. Okay, and you're just going to want to... And I never get the axes right. You're just gonna place it roughly inside of the head, you know? And then what you would do, so that way I don't even think these would go in the head, but if they did. What you'll do is you'll come down to colliders, you'll put the amount of colliders you want to affect it, and then you just drag that collider in. So now, these colliders won't interact with this one. But yeah, that is how you would do Physbones. Like I said, it pretty much applies to everything else. It's just a matter of setting it how you like it.